What if you could spot the warning signs of death 6 months before it happens? What if the small things your elderly loved ones do or stop doing aren't just about aging, but about something much deeper, more final? Today, we're going to walk you through the 6 most common signs elderly people show about 6 months before they pass away. These signs can be subtle or painfully obvious, but either way, knowing them can make the difference between preparation and panic, between peace and regret. And don't worry, we're not here to make you sad. We're here to empower you. This isn't just about death. It's about dignity, love, support, and being present for the people who once did everything for you. Before we dive in, do you know someone over 70 who has recently withdrawn from conversations or suddenly started sleeping a lot more? If so, stay tuned, because that could be sign number 2 or number 4. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell icon, and give this video a like if you want more real, emotional, and life-changing health content for seniors and their families. Let's begin. Part 1, loss of appetite and weight. Sign number 1, when the body starts winding down, one of the first noticeable changes is a loss of appetite. This isn't just about picky eating or forgetting to eat. It's a biological signal. Your body is conserving energy and gradually shutting down systems that are no longer needed. As the metabolism slows, digestion becomes more difficult, taste and smell fade, and even favorite meals can lose appeal. For families, this can be heartbreaking. Grandma's famous Sunday dinner? She barely touches it now. The fridge stays full, the leftovers pile up. Why this happens? Digestive system slows dramatically. Reduced need for calories due to less physical activity. Taste buds and olfactory senses dull. Hormonal changes impact hunger signals. Stories from real families. A woman named Carol from Ohio noticed her 88-year-old father stop eating his favorite banana pudding. Within a month, he was skipping entire meals. This wasn't depression, it was biology. As food becomes less important, families often feel helpless. We show love through cooking, but when the person won't eat, we feel rejected, confused, even angry. But this isn't about us. It's about a body nearing its natural conclusion. Have you noticed your loved one pushing away their favorite foods? Skipping meals more than usual? Do they say they're not hungry all the time? Share your thoughts below. Part 2, increased sleep or fatigue. Sign number 2, have you noticed your loved one sleeping more than usual? Not just cat naps, but hours of deep, hard-to-wake sleep? It may not just be tiredness. It may be a sign the body is beginning to slow everything down. Why this happens? Cellular energy drops significantly. Body prioritizes internal repair and slowing functions. Emotional fatigue from illness or pain. Medical insight. Hospice doctors note that many dying patients sleep 16 to 20 hours a day. Sleep becomes a form of retreat, both emotionally and physically. Real story. A man in Texas shared that his mother began taking 3-hour morning naps and then dozing off again after lunch. She passed away 4 months later. Important signs. Difficulty waking up. Day/night confusion. Increased napping. Support tip. Don't force him to stay awake. Instead, ensure comfort, hydration, and a peaceful environment. Do you feel your loved one sleeps more than they used to? When did you start noticing it? Comment below. Part 3, social withdrawal and emotional detachment. Sign number 3. This sign is one of the most painful to witness. When your one social parent stops talking, stops calling, or cancels visits, it can feel personal. But it's not. Often, it's their way of preparing emotionally for what's to come. Signs of social withdrawal. Not returning calls or texts. Skipping holidays or family gatherings. Avoiding visitors, sitting alone silently, psychological reasoning, avoiding emotional pain of saying goodbye, depression or existential fear, natural preparation for death called terminal detachment, what caregivers observe. Hospice workers often note this pattern. Patients speak less, reflect inwardly, and stop talking about the future. Some begin giving away belongings. Real life story. A woman named Joan shared that her 92-year-old aunt suddenly asked for a quiet room. She didn't want TV, music, or company. 2 months later, she passed peacefully in her sleep. Supporting loved ones through this. Offer gentle presence instead of forced conversation. Let them set the pace for interactions. Don't take withdrawal personally. It's not rejection. Have you noticed a loved one withdrawing from the people or things they used to love? How to make you feel? Share in the comments. Part 4. Confusion, memory loss, or cognitive decline. Sign number 4. Memory is deeply tied to identity. When someone begins forgetting things, especially close to the end of life, it's terrifying for them and their families. What this looks like: forgetting names, places, time of day, confusing past and present, difficulty completing daily tasks, medical insight, blood oxygen levels drop, affecting brain function, electrolyte imbalances, emotional exhaustion contributes to confusion. Real story. Mark from Florida shared his grandfather began talking about people who had died 20 years earlier, like they were still alive. At first, the family thought it was dementia, but doctors said it was part of the body preparing for transition. Support tips. Keep instructions simple. Don't argue. Redirect gently. Create a calm, familiar environment. What's the most unusual or surprising thing your loved one has said or done lately? Comment and let us know how you handled it. Part 5. Changes in breathing patterns. Sign number 5. This sign usually comes later, but can be seen as early as 6 months before death in chronic illnesses. What it sounds like: deep, irregular breathing, long pauses, apnea, gurgling or rattling sounds, death rattle. The Shane-Stokes pattern, a breathing rhythm where shallow breaths increase to deep breathing, then taper off again, followed by a pause. It's a hallmark of the body preparing for final stages. Why this happens: brain's respiratory center weakening, heart function decline, mucus accumulation. Real-life example: a hospice nurse said many families notice strange breathing weeks before actual death. Hearing these patterns can be frightening. Families often fear suffocation, but usually the patient is unaware or in little pain. Viewer question: have you ever witnessed changes in someone's breathing near the end? Did it scare you? Comfort you? Let us know. Part 6. Loss of interest in personal hygiene and environment. Sign number 6. Self-care is one of the last things to go, but when it does, it's noticeable. What to look for: not brushing teeth or combing hair, wearing the same clothes repeatedly, dirty surroundings with no concern, psychological reasons, energy conservation, depression, letting go of appearance-related social norms. Real-life example: a man noticed his mother, once obsessed with cleaning, stopped vacuuming and dusting. She let dishes pile up. A month later, she entered hospice. Support suggestions: offer to help in a gentle, non-judgmental way. Frame help as a shared activity. Avoid criticism. Focus on comfort. Viewer question: when did you first notice hygiene changes in your loved one? Did they resist help or welcome it? Share your story. Seeing these signs is difficult, but knowing them means you can meet the moment with grace, not fear. These aren't just symptoms. They're whispers from the body, preparing to say goodbye. And you, as a caregiver or loved one, can honor that journey with compassion, presence, and love. Final checklist of all 6 signs. 1. Loss of appetite and weight. 2. Increased sleep and fatigue. 3. Social withdrawal. 4. Confusion and memory loss. 5. Changes in breathing. 6. Loss of interest in hygiene. Closing encouragement: speak with your loved ones. Don't wait. Ask them what they want, how they feel, and what matters most now. And remember, love doesn't stop at death. It lives in the way we care, the way we remember, and the way we show up even when it's hard. Like, share, and subscribe reminder. If you found this video meaningful, give it a like. Share it with someone who needs this today. And subscribe for more deep, emotional, and helpful content that supports seniors and the families who love them. Which sign hit you the hardest today? Let's talk in the comments below.